What's up, guys? It's me, Aiden Hanlon. I'm here with Sam Troyer and Marcos Mendoza. Today, we're going to be showing you how whales evolved. Essentially, we're going to be showing you how we've gone from a land mammal to a current whale today. So, yeah, let's go.
Whales are large, magnificent creatures that swim about the sea and only the sea. But there was a time when the majestic whale was once a land and sea mammal. You see, millions of years ago, the whale would lurk in the shallow banks of the sea and attack its prey on land, dragging it underwater to drown them, then returning back to land to eat it. This mundane task for the prehistoric whale now seems to be impossible. We wonder how in the world a large mammal with no legs, such as the whale, would be able to use the land to hunt. Well, we can thank natural selection and evolution for that, as the prehistoric whale, when looking upon it, seemed to have nothing in common with the humongous whales we see today.
The theory of evolution by natural selection, first formulated in Darwin's book On the Origin of Species in 1859, is the process by which organisms change over time. As a result of these changes, the whales inherit physical or behavioral traits. Changes that allow an organism to better adapt to its environment will help it survive and have more offspring. Going into detail about whales and their natural selection, long ago whales were land mammals. These mammals were known as the ambulocetus. Over time, these mammals needed to adapt to their environment, which was water. Overall, whales started as land mammals with fur and forelegs, and slowly over time became what they are today.
The prehistoric whale had very distinct traits that allowed it to traverse land that today's whales have seemed to have lost through evolution. First and foremost, the prehistoric whale, known as Ambulocetus, had four hooved legs, which gave it its versatility on land and at sea. Ambulocetus also had fur, which might have adapted to be able to stay on land for long periods of time, should it not feel comfortable going back into the water, taking into consideration that Ambulocetus was not the biggest predator in the water at the time. Ambulocetus was only about the size of a large crocodile, not nearly the size of whales today. Along with being about the size of a crocodile, Ambulocetus also had a snout and eyes that sat atop the skull of the Ambulocetus, also very similar to a crocodile.
Paleontologist Leigh Van Valen discovered resemblances between the three-cusped teeth of the few known fossil whales and those of a group of meat-eating condylarths called mesonychids. He then concluded that whales descended from carnivorous wolf-like mesonychids, which meant that they were linked to artiodactyls through the condylarths. Another hypothesis of whales' evolution would be the new mesonychid hypothesis, describing that mesonychids could still be the whale's closest kin if they too were included in the artiodactyl order, instead of the extinct order Condylartha, in which they currently reside. If so, they would have had to lose all ankle traits that characterize all known artiodactyls. Malfunctions in the genes led to the progression of a new species of whale. Eventually, whales prioritized aggressive hunting patterns and large fins in their gene pool, meaning that the traits necessary for them to evolve into the whales that we see today came about through natural selection, prioritizing the traits that led them into the water permanently. Understanding evolution is important for a number of reasons, but most notably is the understanding of prehistoric animal evolution when it comes to the certain traits like teeth, feet, ankles, and so on. By understanding the evolution of whales, we get a bigger picture of the way that animals in the prehistoric time thrived, and the way that those societies have slowly changed over time into the current animals that we see today.